Hiya, welcome back to another fun-filled video. This is not going to be a long one, it's going to be quite a simple basic video, and I'm just going to do a little comparison. A few months ago, I'd say now, a few months ago, I tested a ram air intake that I made, and the results were actually exceeded what I could have expected massively. If you check out the other video, I can't put a link in because I don't know why, but if you look through my videos, it's in there somewhere. And the results did exceed my expectations massively. I didn't really expect it to do anything much, and I did it for a joke, but it actually made a difference. But I had to take it off because it was, well, if you look at the video, you'll see why I had to take it off. But I'm just waiting for, you know, Grup M or someone like that to give me a bell or send me an email to patent that design and make me very rich. But I haven't had that through yet. So in the meantime, I'd just like to also mention as well, the only other thing that I've done to this car in the past when messing about with it that's made a difference as much, well, it made more of a difference than that air intake, was taking all the doors off. And that is also not practical, so I did put them back on. So we've got doors again. But what I'm going to do today is I'm going to do a more basic version of that. So I'll show you that, but first, let's go and get a baseline and compare, well, something that we can compare against before and after. And this time we'll be running with the Yaris injectors as well. So I might try the air intake with them in as well at a later date. But let's go and get our baseline first. So as I've said, we are running the Yaris injectors. And just a quick follow-up on that as well. They've made a little bit of difference. Fuel economy wise, there isn't a whole lot of difference, but it is a bit worse, as I sort of anticipated. It does seem to be. But let's go and do this run. So we'll go 30 mile an hour, second gear, pull, yes! So there is a couple of pulls before doing this really extravagant modification. And I mean, I'll do this and then I'll go and do the same pulls in the same place because the road isn't flat. So to give it the fairest comparison, do it in the same place. Also, I'd like to apologise in advance if, I mean, I've not watched it back yet, but if the camera works really bad, because when I'm trying to do this film in the Speedo, I've got the camera hooked on me jacket, and well, it sort of moves about a little bit. Anyway, we've got our door shut, so let's give it a sound contest. So this is before this modification, and just with the exhaust that I made in a previous video. Also, I don't know how to drop the link into, but yeah, so this is how it sounds. And you can feel the power. Feel the power coming through. So yeah, we'll compare and after as well on that. So let's go for it in a big way. Let's do our modification, and first we need to release the bonnet. So once we've revealed our 1KR, the next part of the process is to just, well, just pull it off. Sometimes things just need pulling off. So we get rid of this air box, and we'll probably keep that for later. Move that so it doesn't get lost or anything. And then there we have it. Now, as you can see, or as you can't see, because it's not, can you see? Right, we'll do a precise measurement here. The butterfly, let me turn my light on. Right, here we go. So the butterfly in there is it's about that big. So our air intake is about the same size actually, but we're removing the restrictive filter. But as you can see, Yaris injectors, nice and shiny. But we're removing the air filter, and these are designed for the torque curve, efficiency and what have you, and to probably be better than what I'm doing, to be honest with you, in every single way. When you're at low revs, you want airflow to be the speed of the air, velocity of the air. There's a lot of things that go into it that I won't go too far into and bore people with. But it's like if you put a bigger cam in, if you listen to an old American, dragster, it don't want to tick over because it ticks over lumpy because it's got a big cam in it, timing's advanced and all that sort of stuff. But too much, well, not too much air, that's not the right way of putting it. Too much air going in slowly rather than the air going in faster, being sucked in harder. Anyway, I'll stop going on. This is our modification. It's a big one. And let's do some comparisons now. Oh yeah. So in the interest of fairness, because this test is designed to be as fair as possible, I've shut my door again, opened my window again, and I'll do it again in the same location. Well, it definitely sounds more beefy, but I suspect it's just making more noise. So far, at low revs at least, it actually feels worse. But we'll give it a few minutes to adjust. It might trim itself out for that. So the verdict, well, without actually comparing the results, which I've not done yet, I can say that it feels worse in every way. Now, compared to the last time I did this with the ram air intake, I mean, that had minutes of research and development. This has had none, so that could be something to do with it. But yeah, it feels flat to me. It just feels like it's making a lot more noise and doing less. It's definitely flatter at low revs. I don't know about higher up the rev range, but I'll have to compare that when I review the footage. So I think for now we'll put this back on. Now I will probably get people saying that's down to heat soak. Yeah, it's possibly not helping, but the air intake is under the bonnet anyway and above the exhaust manifold. This one's at the back. Now, whether this gets more fresh air, there isn't really much of a gap there. I don't think it's down to heat soak. I think it's just down to the air velocity being mashed up, and it's using a map sensor to sort of correct everything or to measure everything. And I don't think it's doing a very good job of it because of the way it is. So we'll put it back on for now, and then we will see how well #Nofilter does against the actual original airbox. And the responsiveness has returned. So immediately after fitting the airbox and the air filter, just driving normally, it just feels so much nicer. It feels more responsive at low revs. I haven't compared it up the rev range yet because I'll have to watch the footage back for that. But it just feels more responsive at low revs and smoother, and well, it just feels better in every way really. So if you're considering putting a K&N type, cone air filter type filter, then maybe look at this first. Well, I don't know what the results are yet. It might actually be faster, but it don't feel it. It feels worse. So this is effectively the most free-flowing, least restrictive, invisible air filter that you can possibly get. So it'd be like the best of the best air filters on that type of air filter. And I'm not I'm not sold on it. So anyway, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and that's really important, obviously, you know, liking, subscribing and commenting and that. And I'll see you next time, G's.
What the fuck was that?